Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the North American server. We're in Fisherman's Bay Standard Mode North Spawn with Dark Ninja in his T21. This is a fairly new tank for him. In fact, his crew doesn't have its first skill complete yet. Most of his crew, I think, is around 72% or so. So he's going with no sixth sense or anything else to help him out, just as well as he drives and the equipment he has on board. In this battle, there's one artillery apiece, one scout apiece, and decent amount of heavies on both sides. Actually, pretty good mix of tanks on both sides. They have one less TD on the enemy team than his team does, but overall the teams are pretty equally matched. With this many mediums, you expect some interaction up here along the buildings in the middle. Without sixth sense, he's going to really have to pay attention to the minimap. Four of his mediums are pushing the west side with some TDs supporting him, so he's going to head over there and help out. Aided by the fact that the enemy scout's way over on the far east of the map, out there in town, basically doing nothing right now. Guy's probably one shot from being dead. He's like, nope, I can get a shot on the T20. Type 64 finally decided to join the fight. So he fixes his loader. Don't want that slow reload. They have a healthy 5-tank lead right now. Now it looks like the E75 is falling back.
That one bounced. We didn't penetrate their armor.
So he's pulling up in a bush here where he can spot the entire south of the map. For the exact reason that you're seeing right now, he can see tanks as they pull back out of town and try to move over and help the west. Their town team is completely broken down, partly because some of them are trying to come back and help out with the west, and now it's just a matter of closing in on the remaining tanks and taking them out.
Ricochet.
So everybody's going to rush in to get that last shot of damage, maybe a kill. He has to be careful because he knows he's a good mission. He doesn't want to die and blow this, but he still wants more damage.
Target released.
As long as the low's not turning this turret, he can sit here and fire at him. Bang. End of the fight. Dark Ninja ends up 2,587 damage and 1 kill, 28 of 36 shooting, that's 78%. He got 1,586 assisted damage on 2 spots, lost 12,500 credits. Earned 2,010 XP. Survived the fight, got a Confederate medal and Fire for Effect Bruiser and Spotter mini medals, and it gives him a battle score of 2,055. And you know what? Before I did this, I forgot to see what place he's in, but he's going to be down around 12th, 13th, somewhere in there. And just a real steady mission. He moved up into the middle. Never really had anybody oppose him up there, which is kind of strange. A lot of times with this many mediums, the enemy team would have mediums up in here too. But that never materialized, so he was able to sit up there and get a decent amount of damage and spots to start the battle off on several different heavies on the enemy team that were in the middle. And then when he saw his team pressing in the west with a bunch of mediums moving south there, he moved over there and tried to help out. Got some good shots on the arty as they crossed the field, and then just moved over here and sat in a bush and watched these guys back out of town to try to come over and help, and got a bunch of extra damage on them and spotting damage as well. So it was a very controlled effort. Again, he's working without any skills, so he did a lot of spotting without having sixth sense at all, just by being aware of tanks were and where they were going to go. Because he knew that some of them may pull out of town and come back this way, so he put himself in a position to where as they came this way, he would be able to see them, and he would probably be far enough off because they were heavies that he would be able to snipe and not get spotted as well. It's just a matter of knowing his own tank and knowing the capabilities of the tanks that he was going to see, and then setting up in a position that would allow him to take advantage of the distance involved and spot and snipe at the same time without any risk of being blown up. So a really solid performance in a tank with no skill. Another example of the fact that yes, you see a lot of us come out here in tanks that have 4 and 5 and more skills, and it's easy to fall into the trap of saying, well, that's all the skills that are doing it for you, and that's why you're getting those good scores. But if you look through the Hall of Fame, you'll find a lot of examples where people have no skills or 1 skill or maybe 1.5 skills. You can still get great scores without a highly skilled crew. You just have to pay more attention to the minimap and really understand the capabilities and weaknesses of your tank, and then maximize the capabilities while minimizing the weaknesses. You can get a good battle. No skilled crew is not an excuse not to do well. From Fisherman's Bay, happy hunting.